Hi, everybody. Welcome back, Jasenia.
Hey y'all, and I'm Kiki here.
And we're here to welcome you to our fun and exciting show, Threesome. And I know what you may be thinking, but it's not it. Take it out of your mind. Pero always con mucho picante.
Exactly. This is not just a show, as you should know by now. This is a whole experience. And here we talk to our guests about their career, their journey, their business ventures, some advice, and of course, some juicy questions.
Yes, we have the last part, which is the juiciest part. And guess what? Our guests is picking the questions up themselves. And if they don't pick it, they have to take a shot. So you won't want to miss it because that's the best part. Kicking off our guest today, we have a celebrity host and DJ and also entrepreneur mobile.
Yes, we have here today Mr.
Tali Gore. A round of applause.
Thank you for being here today. How you doing?
I'm great. Feels good. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
You're looking good today. You got the
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and then, I'm saying, a man must pull something out of the closet.
You have to.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like a man with the way you look right now is always sexy than just casual, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
respect
thought this
it.
wasn't a threesome show. Keep that up.
Yeah. For now, we're gonna keep it clean.
Yeah,
for now.
we are a little bit, but not too much. But Tali, tell us how it all started because we all want to know where was the inspiration and how it all became to how successful you are today.
Wow. It's been a journey. It's been a blessing. It's crazy. It started with back in Hypnotic. I was part of that movement with Hypnotic and Nick Storm and John Vasquez, who was the creator, well, not the creator, but he was partners with the Nouveau movement, if you guys remember the brand Nouveau. Mm-hmm. So I used to host everything Hypnotic, and I used to host John Vasquez Celebrity Birthday Bash like every year, which we did it in Miami, and then we did Hypnotic in Puerto Rico and all around like from Miami. So it's crazy because back then there was no distributions and things, and we were traveling through the streets of any and every city, cases when I showed this, to sponsor all kind of parties and things like that. So I started hosting all of these celebrity, driven events and things like that, and one thing led to the next.
And let's make sure he's been doing it for 10 years or so. He's a MVP.
Yes. Got a lot of experience.
Thank
At
you.
this point, you can write a book on it. Teach
Period.
everybody else.
It's coming. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. A nice little pamphlet. You know what I'm saying, of how to do. I've done a lot. God has blessed me and put me in a great space. But the thing about it is, throughout my journey, it always have been helping others, propelling others and helping others succeed, and with their vision or with their, creation. Let's talk about the product game as far as like Hypnotic and Nouveau being a part of that. Ciroc Vodka, a lot of people don't understand that I was a part of that launch. And, so I was a part of that launch. Bel Air Rosé, you guys are familiar with that. I was a part of that launch. That was me.
Wow.
T.I. clothing line or cool clothing, that was me. So that's the reason why the tag is the ambassador, because I had about maybe 6 or 7 ambassadorships at one time. I promise you this, there is not one person in all of New York, and probably in anywhere, from city to city, to state, that has not held as many ambassadorships that I have.
Especially at one time.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
So, of course, life goes through different phases, and, the market plan and the budget plan and things like that increases and becomes a different way. But even if it's just one person who just got a major deal, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing. But when it comes to, like, brands today, if you want to talk about a Ciroc boy, that was me, the original, before there were any Ciroc boys. Black Bottle Boys for Bel Air Rosé, that was me before it became City as a brand and saying, oh, we're a Black Bottle Boy. Like, I have a velvet robe, Black Bottle Boy robe and custom made jackets and all those things. So I've birthed a lot of the products in this game.
Okay, nice. So we'll be looking for a gift package when
Yes.
when this is all over.
Yeah.
So that's something that a lot of people don't even know.
Yeah.
You know, they know you for your DJing and that, but they don't really know all you dipped your toe in every different product. So how do you get into real estate? I know you've got all these different businesses and partnerships, and you're doing property too. So talk about that.
Well, I've been a person that was always good with my money. I finished up in business, so I've always been really good when it comes to money. And that's why DJ will always be my passion, because I've taken some money and invested into property, and then the next property, and then a monopoly, and then the next property, and the next property, and here we are, like 14 buildings later.
Wow.
So
can I get one?
yeah. So
He's like, he brushed me off.
Right. All right. So
So how you kept yourself so strong for so many years to get to where you're at now?
Again, just being loyal to myself and just being a good person. You can always end up outdoing yourself and killing yourself without anyone else doing so. So me maintaining my relationship in terms of my position in life, I've never in my life have I experienced a dip or a fall. It has always been a steady wave and up and going up. I never did this, went down, came back up, went down, never. It's always been a steady calm, but increasing.
Yeah, that's great. That's interesting because a lot of people talk about on the road to success, it's a lot of ups and downs, and it's never a straight incline. And that's interesting that you've been on a steady, and it probably speaks to how much you try to stay, or you do stay to yourself, and you're good to people. And
that's it. I'm very private.
But we are going on a break, and we'll be right back with Tali Gore.
Yes.
Don't worry, he's not going anywhere. Be right back.
Hey y'all, welcome back. We are here with Mr. Tali Gore, and we just finished talking about his experiences, his ambassadorships, how he got into DJing, and a little bit about his career. So let's just dive into it a little bit more. Let's get a little deeper, because I know people are probably wondering, for many DJs, and specifically you, because you're so well-rounded and accomplished.
Thank you.
What setting do you prefer DJing in? Private parties or events or clubs?
I've done it all. I've done, wedding bar mitzvahs. I've done, concert festivals for 20,000 people. I've done lounge settings for 200 people. The DJ is the one who dictates the vibe. It doesn't matter who's in the crowd. I can DJ for an Asian party. I can DJ for, it doesn't matter. I can DJ for, an Arabic wedding, in which I did. So I've done all of those things and done it at a high level, and it was a great success. Everything, you will touch on success as we go along, because success is a huge, huge, huge word to really model. And I think a lot of people, misconstrue exactly what entity of accomplishments.
So not necessarily the setting, but what really makes it fun for you is the crowd.
The crowd. Well, at the end of the day, the music is what moves the crowd. If the DJ is whack and horrible, the crowd is going to look and it becomes a talking session, and then you can hear the crowd talking over the music when they're bored. So
this is whack.
So,
we better leave.
they're engaging in a conversation, right? They're talking about where can we go next.
Okay.
So, but it's up to the DJ to really dictate the mood in terms of what it is of that night. I've done a pretty good job at just having people go crazy from the beginning to the end.
And that's the best part for you, just seeing how they react to the music.
Oh yeah, it's crazy because I've been told, especially by a lot of people who travel from abroad and things like that, and they'll say something like, "Do you know how famous you are over in Australia? Do you know how famous your name is over in this part?" Because they're the ones who come here, and then they take the experience back. My whole thing is, it's just causing people to have an experience that they can never even fathom being at home, being in Australia or being in Switzerland or whatever. So I've touched so many people who have came, abroad over the decade.
That's
And
amazing.
to hear that
That's
is like it's
amazing.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
amazing. And
Yeah.
you're so freaking talented, but we
Thank you.
want to get to the nitty gritty.
Uh-oh.
What's been the craziest thing you went through as a DJ, host, entrepreneur? We want to know it all.
Okay. All right.
Take your time and think about it if you have to, because
Right. Like, you know what? This one always comes to mind because it's something that you usually only see on television. It's you usually see it in a certain scene in a TV drama or something. I'm hosting this party, and when I tell you it's packed, it is A-list heavy. I have two of them, to be honest, two stories. But this one, I'll go
Give it
quick
all.
so I can go to the next one. This one here, so I'm standing up, I'm on the platform, I'm hosting, crowd is crazy, energy is really high. All of a sudden, a guy comes in, and he shoots someone.
What?
And the debris from the shots, I felt the debris of wind hit my face, right? And everyone is hitting the floor. Everyone is diving behind the chairs, the tables. Everyone is running into the service bar. There are people literally diving behind the bar. So as I'm still up on the platform, and I kind of like got down on one knee, and this girl came from out of nowhere, and she was ran towards me. Oh my God, Tali Gore, they're shooting! And she dove on me and wiped me right off the
I
platform.
would have done that.
Yo, so it's like I'm laid back, my heels go up and shit. But you know what I mean? That's one.
You think she took advantage of this situation?
I don't know, but that swine dive was crazy. She cleared me right off.
right.
But I'll tell you another situation. This one made history. I'm DJing and hosting, and it was a bottle war, a bottle fight that broke out inside the club, and there was a lot of A-list people. And I'm not going to get into the names, but it was like a back and forth of bottle, flowing back and forth, and as a DJ, just watching this, and as an artist watching this back and forth with the two prospective artists, and everyone who knows about it knows if we're talking about a bottle fight,
They know.
Yeah, but just to see it, I watched it build up. I watched it go, and it was crazy to watch. But again, a very star-studded event, and this was one of the situations that actually closed that club, and it was a very high-end club, very, very popular club. Yeah, so I was a part of a lot. I'm not gonna get into details about it, but yeah.
Was there shooting? Somebody died? We
No.
want to hear
No.
the fun part.
You want to hear the fun part? Well, I mean, there was people filing lawsuits back and forth. Nobody got a couple people got cut. A lot of there's some damage done to a lot of people's face. But it was something crazy to watch, and it ruined everything though. And the reason why I'm saying that story, because that is the reason why the nightlife in New York trickled down and watered down, and they put all kind of restrictions on in the nightlife, and it kind of damaged the entire nightlife, and it hasn't recovered since.
Along with the pandemic.
Yeah.
That didn't help.
No, this was before the pandemic.
Oh.
Yeah, this was before the pandemic, and it totally damaged the nightlife before the pandemic. The pandemic was something just totally different. The pandemic was just something to its entirety of everyone.
Right.
So it wasn't
That's
pretty
crazy.
subject or selective. It was its entirety when it comes to the pandemic. But
Right.
this particular thing was nightlife. It was.
So have you ever been scared to deal with a hater while you were doing your thing and things like that?
I'm really nice with my hands. So it's like I'm really nice
Me
with
too.
I'm really nice
I
with my
can
hands.
box.
So, but the thing about it is, when people, if you don't have haters, you haven't achieved anything in life.
Exactly.
Haters propel you to continue going on. So no, I take on all that. I've never really had that type of situation though. I've always been a guy that's been a model guy. I've helped so many people. For those who hate or hated on me in their own privacy, I'm sure they're dealing with it in certain ways because they're still continuing to see me on top of the mountain.
Period.
Yeah.
I know you guys love him, Tali Gore, and there's more coming up, but now it's the juicy stuff. So you won't want to miss it because these are things that are not out there yet
Uh-oh.
that you won't want to miss. So stay tuned.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Threesome. And if you went somewhere and came back, you're just in time because we have our juicy questions for you. So, Mr. Tali Gore,
Yeah.
are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay,
He's not ready.
we have our infamous clutch here
Uh-oh.
where we're going to shake it up
Okay.
and you get to pick out one question, read it out loud, answer it truthfully, and take a shot if you don't
Okay.
want to answer it.
Exactly. I have it right ready here
Okay.
for you.
Yes,
And
sir.
what is that shot of?
It's
Whatever you want it to be.
Uh-oh.
no, it's tequila. Like you can't go wrong.
Jeez. Okay.
Shake it
Do
up.
you like tequila?
It's okay. I mean,
Then
Yeah,
it's
you
vodka.
don't have no choice.
it's all for the support.
There's support.
All right,
You don't have
so-
no
I'll take a
choice.
shot.
Good luck.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me see what's
Choose
going on.
wisely.
A pink purse, too, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, always pink
Pink or nothing.
to the death of me.
You see what my side is looking like.
Oh, wow.
Me too.
Wildest sexual experience ever. I think all of these probably say this.
No, they actually don't.
They all probably say everything pertaining to sex, man. There's 3 sex questions y'all trying to.
Just because we're
I mean-
threesome,
I mean,
it
this is
doesn't mean
threesome.
that.
All right.
The name, you know.
All right. Wow. Wild sexual experience. I mean, you know.
We went
wild,
to the craziest.
Truthfully.
wild as in good. Or, all right.
Just
Honestly.
the wildest experience.
Because
All right.
we
You know,
will
you're a
find
DJ.
out.
I know you do a lot of different things. You know, I know you have
Okay.
some
all right.
crazy
my,
stories.
my wildest
I will
sexual.
find out.
My wildest sexual experience is 3 threesomes back to back on the weekend.
No.
Friday, one Saturday, one Sunday before leaving my trip.
Wow. Where were you?
Puerto Rico.
Oh.
Oh, Puerto Rico.
Mm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Which day was your favorite?
Which one was the best?
Well, I'll say Friday was the best because it was the kickoff.
Mm.
You know, what I mean, it was a threesome kickoff, and Sunday probably was next because it was a threesome closeout.
They
Heard it
were
here
all
first.
Puerto Ricans.
Huh? They were
Dominicans,
Like
It-
locals?
everything.
it was like the UN. We had a nice little mixture of of everybody, which was always good. Me, the ladies was it was cool. The good thing about that is that it was there, like they ran the show. I just showed up. They ran the show.
It's
Care of
called
everything.
being easy. Anyways, like about the women nowadays with the BBL titties. How do you feel about that? You're in the nightlife,
Yeah.
so
That's too much.
tell us a little bit about that.
It's too much. I think some of the women that's going in asking for the jumbo pack, and I just
Jumbo
think
pack is
yeah, they
crazy.
asking for
These
the jumbo
surgeons
pack.
are not doing their
Yeah.
job.
Crazy.
It's like when you have like 4 girlfriends together and they all shape the same,
Yeah.
it's totally
It's too
impossible
much.
that you all can have the same
But
body.
you can go to the gym and work as hard. Why? It
Please.
automatically you have a good
Please.
body and
No.
you're
It's
you
all
automatically went to go get your body.
it's all
done.
about the
Not
reference.
okay.
Well,
They-
what about if it looks proportionate?
They show up.
Exactly.
They show up to the doctor saying, "Hey, I was referred to you by so and so, and I see that she got this done and that done."
That's not true because not every girl would share the doctor they went through.
Please, that was the old days when people and women would keep things as a quiet or secret. Of
Most
getting
girls
work
do.
done.
Nowadays, they
now
post about
it's
it.
posted. Like there are girls who post their surgery being done online because social
They're
media.
getting paid for, but not because they really want to. Nobody wants everybody
social-
to know they got their bodies
Social
done.
media is
I
the
mean-
downfall of our society. Don't sit up there and think that everybody's getting a check on social media just because it seems like
Right,
they're getting
right.
a check. Oh, I'm going to put this on to IG and show that I'm having surgery. You know why? Because I'm getting a sponsorship check. No, the person who sponsored it is the dude who paid for the body to get done, not nobody on
But
YouTube.
it couldn't be the woman working so hard and pay for her own body herself.
What-
I mean,
what-
can
what-
I?
not
Can
fair.
I? Let
Go
me
ahead.
let me
Go ahead.
insert myself in this conversation.
Go ahead.
So
With my tea.
you know, some women are.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's some good tea. That tea is all right there.
So, okay, I feel like, first of all, a BBL, sometimes it can be very obvious whether it's natural looking or not. Like
Right.
we know, you know.
all the time.
No, not all the time, but sometimes, you know, it could be a great
I'm
surgery.
defending
Like
you
your
that.
surgeon did they thing, you know, but
Right.
it's still your butt was not that lifted. You did not do them, you know, those things. But I applaud if you want to do it, you know, because I've had some thoughts. But at the same time, some women want to share who they went to, and some women don't.
I have
But
no
my
problem.
thing is, because you have a great body, it's just automatically you went to go get your
Nah,
body
listen,
done.
I
no.
don't.
It's
All right,
not okay.
So you can work it out.
all right, let's not
Doesn't
misconstrue.
always mean
Exactly.
doesn't always mean that you did get it done.
Exactly.
Let's
So
not
that's
misconstrue my
fair.
answer. I don't have a problem with BBL. I just have a problem with the after effects of the BBL. Don't go get a BBL and then go on IG and change your name to Iona Fit.
Right. And make it seem like, you know, false
Amber-
advertising.
Amber
Definitely
Fit.
do
Amber
that.
Fish.
So
So,
like
definitely
you have
going to the
you have
gym.
not posted one gym pic. Then all of a sudden you ain't got your body done. Now you got all kind of gym pics up.
I mean,
So-
well, when you
Why
get it
not?
done, you're supposed to go to the gym afterwards.
Right,
You're
but the
supposed to
thing
keep
about
up,
it is,
but don't make it seem like you did them squats and got that.
But don't make it seem like you're better. Let me give a message out here, broadcast message out here. Let me look into this.
there he goes.
Just because you get a BBL, please do not think that you're better than the average woman that does not have a BBL. You was able to pay for your BBL. There's a lot of women who can't pay for their BBL and who do not want a BBL. They choose to go to the gym and work it out. Squats, planks, all kind of other things like that. Now, I have nothing against BBL women. My thing is, please just don't think that you're better than the rest. Like, just keep a part of the BBL world and keep supporting that world. Don't look down on the people. Now, don't get me wrong. I do like a nice ass. Little booties does not matter to me. I don't know whoever came with that.
Wait a second.
Wait.
Whoever came with little booties matter.
Yeah, there's a little booty over here.
Whoever came, listen, it's to each his own. This is a preference. Whoever came with little booties matter.
But they matter.
They do.
They matter, ladies.
The
They all matter.
little booty
We're not
No.
doing any body shaming.
Women.
And that's not I'm not saying
How is that
shaming,
body
but
shaming? Every woman that has a little booty know that they got a little booty. That's not a little. That's not a little booty. Sit your ass down. That is not a little booty. Knock it off. I'll show you a little booty. We can pull up a little booty. Listen,
I ain't standing up.
little booties. Okay, little booties do matter to some people. To me, I like.
That's high end.
I
There's
like
a preference,
I
yeah.
like it's my preference.
Yeah, there's
I
a
just
preference.
like a nice ass. I'm not saying it has to be a BBL, but I do like a nice ass. And at the
There's
end,
nothing
right?
wrong with
So
that.
you have so much to say. You're successful. You're rich.
That's why we
and
have to do it.
smart.
That's
like
why.
a
So
nice
why
ass,
are you
don't forget
single?
that.
Because I'm assuming you're single after all these
Yes.
these things you
I'm,
have
I'm-
to say.
I'm single by choice because at the end of the day, I bring a lot to the table, and I expect the woman to meet me at the table. Just don't show up with a fork and a plate. Just just bring something to the table. You don't have to be.
Can she come with lasagna?
Yeah, can she cook?
She has to come with those cooking skills, but it's
That's
not.
it?
But it's not a mandatory thing because I cook. I will cook for her also.
Okay.
So, it just-
2023, you have to be able to cook.
Yeah, just have to
If
cook.
not,
Just
you
come to the
can't.
table with something.
So how
A
do
job.
you feel about specific like gender roles in a relationship? Because most people say the woman's supposed to cook.
Nah.
But me
No, it
me
takes two.
personally, like I'm not gonna be cooking all the time. I
No,
can cook
no.
very well, but I'm not gonna be cooking all the time.
There's
I want
times
my
where
baby
there's
to
times
cook
where I wouldn't
well.
even want you to cook. I'll say, listen, you had a long day. I got it. I'll make dinner or whatever the case may be. I just want
breakfast.
We
I
just have
wouldn't
to have a
wait
plan. Just have a plan. It's nothing like asking a woman, hey, what are we going to eat? What are we going to have for dinner? And she says, I don't know. The fuck you mean you don't know? That means you did not think about my well-being and not, of course, yours either. Have a plan. You can even say something like, well, you know what? I thought maybe we can order. I had a long day. I'm tired. Let's order something. That's a plan. Just don't tell me, I don't know.
Okay, that's not okay.
No, it's not okay. That's why people start cheating.
So back to the
Okay.
gender roles. How do you feel about
Yeah.
that in a relationship? Like, do you think they should exist, or do you think it's a
1,000%.
plan should exist for all areas of
I
said
don't
gender
think
roles?
it should be titled as a role because when you put roles into play, then entitlement comes, and I don't think anyone should be entitled to anything in a relationship. So I just think that it's a partnership. That means you do this, I do that, whatever the case may be. There are some strengths, there are some weaknesses. It's just whatever you're strong at, that's what you do. Whenever you're weak at, stay away from.
Yeah, no, and I agree. And we love you, Tali, for coming over here and having such an amazing opinion and talented and so successful, like I
Thank
said,
you.
that you are. So
Thank you.
tell us where we can find you, all your social medias and things like that, and what you have coming up in the future, because you will see him more in the future. So stay tuned.
No, I'm not really
Tell
a
us.
social media guy, but a lot of things that I do DJing wise, actually I'm DJing at Tile tomorrow night. I also have a show coming out, podcast show called Cool Mentators. So you'll see that, and I have a business coming that's called Model Maids.
Nice.
So that's on its way coming. Yeah. So
And your documentary.
and my documentary that's coming. So and more buildings. Charlotte, here I come. Brickell, here I come. That's it for now. As far
I love
I don't
that.
care what
So-
anybody says, but I still want one building. Let's shake on it because it's on TV.
Yeah, and before you go, can
Yes.
you give us one word or
Whatever.
a token of advice for anybody, any DJ or anybody looking to venture into business?
I would say that Google is the biggest university in the world, and I just think that you should do your search and just find out what's going on, find out what's in the market that you look like, you feel like you want to get into. Search that market, see what's going on, see what's being asked of. Just stay humble, be appreciative. Don't look for handouts, and also don't